Hello, I am Samurai Man. In this video, I am going to explain how speedrunners beat Metroid Dread in less than 1 hour. The category is called Any Unrestricted, which allows use of all glitches. Other categories are called No Metro Glitches and Glitchless. Some of the glitches you're about to see wouldn't be allowed in No Major Glitches category. The speedrun was played by me. If you want to watch the complete and unedited run, you can find link to that in description. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more speedrun content. I would appreciate it a lot since these videos can take a long time to make. But either way, I hope you will enjoy this video. I start the speedrun with a pre-made file, so I don't have to watch the intro. The difficulty is set to Rookie mode, since that adds 50 more missiles to use. Other chances Rookie mode offers are increased health and missile drops from enemies, and the boss deal less damage to Samus. The very first glitch happens right after the first discussion with Adam. This glitch is called Pseudo Wave Beam. It allows Samus to shoot through ceiling and walls. This works when Samus slides, jumps, then shoots nearby ceiling or wall. Speedrunners can skip broken Emmy with this and go straight to Corpius fight, which usually comes after collecting Charge Beam and Spider Magnet. Corpius fight itself is very fast, thanks to Rookie mode's additional missiles. For this fight, runners have to hit Corpius' head with missiles. Missing shots will slow down the fight, and sometimes force you to finish the battle in 3 phases. Normally Corpius' head will move a lot, but in this run I managed to lock its head in place and shoot missiles non-stop. This can happen when Corpius spits Toxic Ball, and the second phase starts while it is still doing that attack. After the boss fight, we'll continue running towards the Charge Beam room. Here we can skip lowering the water level by sliding off an edge, jump, and immediately use Phantom Cloak to make it a bit easier to jump to the other side. Timing jump off from a slide is tricky. Next trick comes very soon. Using melee at the right time after a wall jump, Samus gains a little more height, making it possible to skip racing water. After collecting Charge Beam, it's time to move on to get Spider Magnet from White Emmy. First, I have to run through most of Artaria, and then continue running to this device that will open the path to Central Unit. When heading back, there will be a problem. Normally this path opens after the first encounter with White Emmy, but with this route, it's still blocked. But speedrunners can use the same technique that was done before Charge Beam to get up on a higher platform, trigger White Emmy's cutscene, continue running to Central Unit, beat it, and take down White Emmy with Omega Beam. We had to climb up on top of this platform before Emmy opens the door. Shoot its faceplate with Omega Stream, jump over it when it gets too close, and keep shooting until its faceplate is destroyed, then use Omega Beam to kill it. Now it's time to go to the next area, Kataris. Before getting there, we can use damage boost strats to get past this room, but these enemies are not making it too easy. In Metroid Dread, Samus can only damage boost if an enemy attacks and hits her first. Obviously the speedrunner has to hold control stick towards the direction where they want to go to. It will take a while before we reach the next weapon upgrade. The route is the same as you would play through the game normally, except it changes in a moment, but we'll get into that very soon. This room has a damage boost strat, just like in the end of Artaria. This requires the player to manipulate one enemy to attack them while climbing up the magnetic wall, or you lose time. After activating this device, it's time for one of the hardest tricks of this speedrun. This trick is called Adam Save Skip. With the help of wall jumps and well-timed melee attacks, it is possible to reach the higher platform. This saves minutes of going around Kataris, and every Adam's conversation can be skipped after this, which is why it was named Adam Save Skip. After lowering the lava level, it's time to go to Tyron. I grabbed this E-tank on the way too. It may not be necessary, but this speedrun benefits from having at least 2 E-tanks, just so endgame bosses wouldn't one-shot Samus. In Tyron there's not much to discuss. It's just collecting White Beam and heading back to Kataris to beat Green Emmy. Against Green Emmy, the fastest strat is to slide past this wall, break the wall, and immediately destroy Emmy's faceplate before it climbs closer to Samus. If there's not enough time to charge Omega Beam, then it would be recommended to back off and charge it in a different spot. After acquiring Morph Ball, our next mission is to find Varia Suit, since this is version 2.1.0. In some earlier versions, Varia Suit is not needed, and instead you can use invincibility glitches. Normally you would have to fight against Cryde after collecting the Varia Suit, but in this run he gets to chill in his lava pool until the end. Instead of fighting Cryde, we head back to Tyron. This heat room here is one of the few reasons Varia Suit is needed. In Tyron's Emi zone, there's this strat that can be used to collect bombs early. This can be done by sliding off from a ledge and then quickly performing a regular jump and a wall jump. When bombs are collected, it's time to go to Burenia. To collect Flash Shift, you would have to go through underwater route to get it. But in Speedrun, we can also do this trick called Infinite Bomb Jump. It's tricky because you need to gain enough height to not touch the panel, which closes the door. And if you are asking, can it be done against the door? The answer is no, because the game checks how far are you from the door before it gets unlocked. There are different methods for this. The one I used is to maneuver against the door and back, so the door will eventually open. After collecting Flash Shift, we come to this room where water needs to be drained. Once that's done, the player has to break this block to go to Tyron from another entrance. But how do we destroy it without the diffusion beam, since we didn't beat Cryde? Here's how. Perform dash melee towards the right wall, charge a beam, aim at the specific angle, morph to fire the charge shot, and that hits the blob. It needs to be done twice. Before we head to Tyron, I am going to explain this bomb jump that was done underwater. This is how high Samus can jump without the gravity suit. Even if you try to bomb jump or use space jump. What needs to be done to get it to work is this bomb jump on the ground while being underwater, and immediately unmorph when Samus bomb jumps from the ground. When that's done, it kind of stores a bomb jump, and that can be used to gain extra height underwater. If it doesn't work for you, then you most likely didn't unmorph soon enough before touching the ground again. Being on ground with Morph Ball results for glitch to not work. Hopefully this explanation helped you to understand how this works. Underwater bomb jump will be used more later in this speedrun. Beating Tyron's yellow Emi unlocks the speed booster ability. You can also grab the second E-tank here. Early grapple beam sequence break is performed afterwards to collect grapple beam. At this point of the speedrun, you are gonna see lots of crazy glitches. Now we will go and collect Screw Attack. This shouldn't be possible right now, but with this glitch, it will be. Let me introduce Pomu Hei Skew, named after a speedrunner called Pomu Hei, who did this glitch by accident, and the cause of the glitch remained unknown for a long time. This is a very powerful glitch. It allows Samus to charge Speed Booster in place. It can be even taken into another save file and boss rush. To get this glitch, the speedrunner has to first perform Shinespark and Shine Sync setup. Here's a brief explanation for Shine Sync steps. Flash shift towards a wall, slide, turn around, release joystick and activate Shinespark. If done right, Samus will start sinking to a floor. Now player has to get off from a platform and start aiming to back. Pause. Release all buttons. Start holding forward and unpause. If everything was done right, now you have Pomu Hei Skew. There is a longer tutorial made by Arcandy if you are interested to learn more about Pomu Hei Skew. Now when the glitch is done, I need to be very careful, because it is really easy to lose this glitch. In my speedrun, I'll lose it and I have to get it back. I lost the glitch right here when I turned around mid-air without spinning. I realized it and I have to do a backup setup. This movement mistake may not look obvious at all, but that is all it needs to lose Pomu Hei Skew. Backup setup took a while for me. The speedrun continues to this room, where we have to destroy this wall, which is done by turning around from a wall, meleeing and shooting to the left and up left angle. Underwater bomb jump is done here, which I explained earlier. And now Pomu Hei Skew glitch comes into play. I charged Speed Booster to get Shinespark and used that to get up on the higher ledge. Using a Shinespark or underwater bomb jump can get you on top of Screw Attack's platform. Getting out of this room can be simple. You can work your way out with bomb jumps and wall jumps, but I just get Shinespark with Pomu HQ. I think it's much easier. Now I need to get to Kavaran, and for that I will use red and orange teleports. After teleporting to Kavaran, I still need to be careful to not lose Pomu HQ. It's needed for getting to Hanubia. In this spot, I get Shinespark and use it to get to the other side, then I wall jump up on the top of the ledge. Since we haven't released the X-Parasite, we won't fight against Golsuna in this room. Entering the boss room from the normal path will softlock you, because the door stays closed. Shine Sync clip is done so the door stays open. This next part can be done in a couple ways, with flash shifts or what I do, which is getting Shinespark with Pomu HQ. Flash shift method is much harder, so I won't bother explaining it. After all that, we make a quick detour from Hanubia to Verenia, while opening a shortcut. In Verenia, our first objective is to collect Space Jump. The method I will use to get to Space Jump is to clip through 2 dull floors. This wouldn't be possible with the setup I used earlier, so another method called aim down clip is used here instead. For that to work, I do the same Shinesync clip inputs, but once I am clipping into a floor, I press free aim button, hold down, then hold neutral, and use grapple beam. All that makes it possible to clip through 2 dull floors. After collecting Space Jump, I move through Verenia to go to this room and set up myself with a perfect angle to wall clip through this door. Generally wall clips are luck based, but with this setup it makes it very consistent and there's no luck involved at all. To clip through a wall, specific inputs must be done, otherwise Samus will die. When Samus makes it far enough inside a wall, I hold left on the joystick with free aim, press melee, hold right and use grapple beam to go through a wall. Now we are close to purple Emmy, but there's one more hard trick left. It's this bomb jump to get out of water. Once that's done, I open path, get Shinespark with Pomu HQ, quickly go through water and use Shinespark to get to central unit. All of the hard tricks and glitches are finally done. Now it's just beating purple Emmy, collect wave beam and go through rest of the run to beat the game. Against the red and the golden Chozo warriors, I had to be very careful to not take any damage. These fights are the reason I collected 2 E-tanks, so I might survive at least 1 hit. Ravenpeak boss fight was mostly shooting him with the wave beam. This fight became tedious without upgraded missiles. Once Ravenpeak is beaten, it's only escape sequence left. Technically it's also possible to skip Ravenpeak completely, but I personally like to fight against him. Also that another route is a lot less fun to speedrun. And that is how Metroid Dread speedrunners were able to beat this game in less than 1 hour. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This was my first time making a commentated version for any speedrun game. Would you be interested to see more of these type of videos? If so, what game? Leave a comment in this video. Thank you for watching.